Hey guys, Nananki here, bringing you another Team Fortress 2 gameplay commentary. Tonight I'm starting out playing as the Heavy with the old-fashioned minigun. Sasha? Yeah, it's not Natasha, it's not the Tomislav, it's not the Brass Beast, it is Sasha. And I'm using the sandwich in my secondary because I am with a medic, or there's at least a couple medics on the team. In fact, my friend Galactic President Superstar is playing as a medic and helping me out there. And unfortunately, I think he either died or had to retreat into spawn there, so I was eating my sandwich next to the health, so that if another teammate needed it, they could pick it up, because you get your entirety of your health back when you eat your sandwich. And coming up here, I was like, well, I'll stick my head up here and see what I see. I saw that demo man with me, and I figured even if there was a level 3, I could duck back down fast enough that it wouldn't matter, and kind of cover the demo man while he could do his thing. So pushing ahead of the cart here. You know, everybody runs from an Ubered Heavy, and you're not really going to catch anybody if you're not using the Gloves of Running Urgently, which I'm not. I'm using the Killing Gloves of Boxing. And right here I expected my medic to go past me. I was going to throw the sandwich to him, and he died. So let's all have a moment of silence for my medic. Why didn't you stay behind me, Doctor? And that's why I don't do impressions, because I am such a master of impersonation that you would be confused. You would think it was a character in the game speaking. I wouldn't want to confuse people. Sniper is going to get me if I just go push the cart. So I pull out my Killing Gloves of Boxing, because that's what I'm using, is the Killing Gloves of Boxing. I just totally luck out on this pyro that's coming out of spawn, and I thought it for a second. I was like, oh, there's no one here. And then suddenly, you know, crits pay off. I killed the sniper. I didn't kill the medic, though. He was able to escape. The other medic ran up here, but he ran way over there, and I looked around, and there was nobody immediately around me, and yep, time to eat a sandwich. You really can get away with that surprisingly easily, especially if people don't expect it. But you can also push your luck too far. Like right here, I thought, you know, I'll shoot at that Heavy, but then I thought, well, he had a drop on me, I'll get away, and then before I looked and checked my surroundings, here's this medic, and, you know, one more saw, 45 health there, one more saw would have done it. But instead he kind of like ran off and ran past me. Who am I to judge? I lucked out. So the rest of my team pushed the cart in without me, and I was separated from my medic from the point he died till we got the cart in, but it's okay, he was doing work. So the next round starts, and we've got a Kritzkrieg Pyro, and right there is why you do not Kritzkrieg a Pyro. It can work in a pinch, especially if you've got a big group of people and you like come up behind him and you happen to have the Kritzkrieg and you're with a pyro, and you know, he spins around and looks at you and it's like, medic! I'm like, yeah, I feel you, I'm hitting it, you know, go for it, burn them all to death. But, you know, except for situations like that where you're really going to be able to consume a whole group of people in the crit flames, I wouldn't go for it. Trying to charge, you know, WM1 style into the spawn at the gate drop, you know, crit rockets, crit stickies, yeah, they'll go through the gate and blow everything to hell, no problem. But crit flames, you kind of have to be right there with your crit flames, and that's not the place you want to be. That's not the place you want to be at the start of the round, especially. Another place you don't want to be is trying to defend a point that has the entirety of the other team practically on top of it. You know, at this junction, this point is captured. Anybody on red at this point charging in here to try to defend it, like that NG or that soldier or that pyro, you're really just throwing your lives away. It pays to know the damage of the various weapons in the game, which is why having damage turned on is so important. I know that arrows can do 360 damage, but instead of waiting patiently for my medic to heal up the rest of the team and heal me to a full overheal of 450 health, I just kind of glanced at my health and was like, just another second or so, and I started wading out into it and got headshotted again. I was like, ugh. Yeah, I should have just chilled, waited longer, but oh well. It's so annoying to die to something that you saw coming and you thought you took precautions, but you didn't. Just as annoying as having a crits and having an Uber drop in front of it. And it's like, no! And, you know, it's not too often I can shrug off a crit rocket, and I lost my medic, and I spun around, and I thought, where did he go? Did he go to the right? And I see up in the kill feed, he killed the demo that was chasing him, and I'm like, good deal. And I'm just calling medic continuously, not so much because I need him, but so he knows where I am if he's looking for me. I figure best place to meet back with him is the cart, and there he is. And I'm like, yeah, Pyro, just go after me. And I see, oh, you've been shot? Well, I'll just jump right into the lane here, cross my fingers, hope for the best. The game gives me some more crits at another random moment. At this point, like, literally, there's been 4 or 5 times in this round where the game has given me random crits at just the right moment. It's like it's trying to, like, thank me for trying to put the Killing Gloves of Boxing to some use. But that was our last round on that server, and we went on to other servers and other things. And I know I just played Spy yesterday, but I like Spy. It's my 4th most played class, and it would be higher up the list, except there's like always people jumping on the class, and it's a class that's best off not overpopulated. I've said it before, if there's too many spies, if there's even sometimes one other spy, I won't go spy. But if the class is empty, then I'm all about it. And right here I thought for sure that Heavy knew I was a spy, and it turns out no, he was just after that scout. And so I sped this up here because I went running kind of all over the place because I wanted to see where his teleporter was, because I was kind of on a mission here. I've actually got a spray I want to put in front of a teleporter, an enemy teleporter that I'm going to ideally be able to camp as a spy. And I'm not even going to tell you what it is, because if I pull it off, I'll show it to you and it'll be amusing. But suffice to say, I wouldn't be telling you about it right now if I had managed it today. Unfortunately, his teleporter is not facing up against a wall or anything like that, and there was nowhere to put the spray in on top of that for the 6 or 7 seconds I stood there before my team was about to overtake the position. No one came through. So that was very anticlimactic. But right now I'm still thinking I need to get over there. Now that this stuff is all dead, I can head over to that side and stupid windowsill. The windowsill is against me. See that sniper's head explode, and boy, since they added that new decapitating sniper rifle, the Hitman's Heatmaker, it is a little bit gorier than it used to be. I mean, there was always a degree of, you know, blood and guts all over the place with people exploding. Somehow popping heads just seems a little bit more extreme. And then NG popped up, and if I'd been in the right spot there, I really probably could have snapped that backstab right away and then gone for the Heavy, but it didn't matter. The Heavy was blown up by my teammates, and this was the point right here. I thought, well, maybe I could just put it on the front of it, and for a moment there I didn't even register. I was like, oh, that's not even our scout, that's an enemy scout. Well, he doesn't seem to realize that I'm an enemy spy, and he burned to death, so whatever. And, you know, here come my teammates, and I knew that was it for that, so I went ahead and just threw a sapper on there and headed off. As much as I like to try to play towards some end like that, if you become obsessive about it, you can stop having fun in a hurry. And I gave up on that endeavor at this point, because we're coming up on the last point on Goldrush, and there's no reason to build a telly at this point. And I knew that medic saw me, and I thought for sure he was going to come up here with intent to kill, but he came up here with intent to heal. And I almost feel bad about that when that happens. Like, no, I'm not someone to heal, medic. And there's a big group of people there, but the pyro's running around between them, and there's in fact 2 pyros, and between, you know, 2 pyros and a spy, there's so much chaos at once, and the teammates pushing the cart in. It's like the group of people there, they couldn't, unless they all picked, even if they all picked the same targets somehow, even if they were all of one consciousness like the Borg, then they still wouldn't have been able to prevail, because there were just too many people all over the place. That, you know, harkens me back to my point earlier, that when a point is lost, give it up, fall back, recollect your forces, and oppose them at the next corner as a group, as a team. It's kind of funny that, you know, team effort is better than solo effort. I was looking for a kind of blind spot there. I was like, oh, this is convenient, when there was no one on the stairs, and that's why you don't want to leave your NGs completely alone. You don't want to hide behind their guns, but you do want to kind of have an eye on the area. You don't want to leave obvious blind spots for spies to exploit. And here's a spot I like to head to when there's not, you know, 3 snipers up here, or sometimes if there are, but if they're even halfway competent, then they're not going to let you up there without repercussions. But you know, that teleporter, that NG was building a teleporter. Like, here we are coming up on the last point. You know, they're popping an Uber that's being blown back into their spawn. And here's this NG over here trying to get set up. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you're not getting set up over here either. Why don't you go build more teleporter entrances? Maybe help your friend get his teleporter entrance up. I don't know where they're going to teleport to. The cart's like 15 feet outside their spawn. I mean, we almost have to spawn camp them if we want to get the point. As long as you're not putting stickies all over their spawn door and blowing it up the second it opens, that's the only thing that's just utterly cheap. You know, every other class kind of has to earn it. So I was pushing the cart here. I figured for sure I'd get blown up or something, but little mini sentries covering the cart, and Sniper got killed by it, and so I was able to walk the cart right in. So, yeah, pretty easy round, honestly. You know, that's the way it goes sometimes. I'll take it. But hopefully it was still amusing. Hopefully you liked it. If you liked it, give it a like. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And I will catch you next time. Peace.